This happened when I was about 7 or 8, but it was so memorable I don't think I'll ever forget it. I want to give a small backstory first. I was pretty with it for a kid that age. Certain life experiences made me pretty disillusioned, I guess you could say. I didn't have much of an imagination. I was pretty cynical and desensitized. I mean, I was still a kid, but I wasn't really like other kids my age. Life made me grow up pretty quick. My mother was a very spiritual and open-minded. My dad was very much the opposite. I learned from both of them. I was open to spiritual beliefs, the paranormal for example, but I had a healthy skepticism, and I didn't just believe everything I was told. I had a feeling there was more to life than what we could see, but I never had evidence until the night I met the old man by my bed. And man, let me tell you, I wanted so badly to be able to just put it down to overactive imagination or a bad dream, but I just couldn't. I knew what I experienced was real, just as real as you and me. I'd just gotten into bed to go to sleep. Sleep has never been easy for me. It takes me ages to get sleepy and doze off. I was very awake that night. Just as I finished settling in and I got quiet, I could hear something in the room with me. I froze and listened harder. It sounded exactly like an old raspy-voiced man on the floor by my bed, breathing, just breathing. But the noise was so loud and clear, there was no way it was anything else. Do you know when you hear an old guy breathing loudly, and you can kind of hear his voice, his mannerisms, his throat phlegm, and everything throughout the noise of his breathing? I could hear all that. It wasn't a simple in and out breath. It was much more characteristic. And it sounded just like he was lying on the floor beside my bed, where I couldn't see him unless I leaned over. There was also this overwhelming feeling that I wasn't alone. It wasn't just sounds I could hear. I could feel him there beside me. I wanted to lean over and see what was there, but I was so scared of what he might look like, and scared of him seeing me. It freaked me out a lot. It didn't feel good at all. I was paralysed with fear. It didn't feel like sleep paralysis though, as I didn't want to move or make any kind of sound. I was so afraid. I felt chills running through me like waves of electricity. I have never been so physically affected by fear before. It was a whole other level. I just wanted him to go away so badly. I lay there, still, for what felt like 15 minutes. Eventually it stopped, and sometime later, I somehow fell asleep. I went to my mum the next day and told her about it. Now remember, she's very open to this kind of stuff. She seemed concerned and kind of freaked out. She knew I never made stuff up like this. She thought for a minute and told me it was probably nothing and left the room. You know the way parents brush off their kids when they don't know how to answer. Soon afterwards she came to me and said she'd found a plastic bag outside my window, and that's probably what was making the noise. Sometimes plastic bags make sounds like this in the wind, she said. I knew she was lying, trying to get me to believe that so I wouldn't believe the alternative. But then she started telling me what to do if I ever experience something like this again. You can tell the spirit to leave you alone. Say, go away, you're not welcome here, until they leave. Okay? They'll listen. So she was trying to tell me what I heard was a plastic bag outside. But she was also telling me what to do if this spirit came back. I really wanted to believe the bag thing, but it just wasn't a possible explanation. Well, he came back. This time was different though. The sound of his breathing moved around the room, circled my bed and hovered around the end of my feet. Again, I was so scared I couldn't move. But I somehow got the words out. I said, "Please leave me alone. This is my space. You're not welcome here. Please go away." And as soon as I stopped talking, the room fell complete silent. No breathing, nothing. It felt like I was alone again, and the air was lighter. I've had a few more paranormal experiences since then, but nothing quite as terrifying as that was. If I ever feel like I'm not alone in a room, those are stories for another day. Telling them to go away always does the trick. Hi guys, Miss Night Terror here. I hope you enjoyed that spooky story. If you did, then give us a thumbs up. Show your support by sharing with all your friends and family. Also, if you haven't already, slap that subscribe button. Why not become a part of the Miss Night Terror family? Haha. Also, I do want to apologise for not bringing out a video sooner. I have had no laptop for a few weeks, but I am up and running now. So I will be bringing out another video shortly. Also, if you do have any stories to tell and you want me to narrate them, then please send them to me. I'd love stories. You can get me on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus. I think that's mainly it. So yeah, and I'll see you soon. Bye.